Hello to everyone. This video is like a combo. It's like a story time, a testimony, as well as a cautionary tale or a warning to our young ladies that are off to college. They're college bound. God put it on my spirit to share this story. I haven't shared it with many, but he was laying it heavily on my heart, especially with the young ladies that are going to college. And congratulations to all of you young ladies that are going to college, and wishing you much success. So this is a story about the time I contemplated on being a stripper, exotic dancer, whatever you want to call it. So I was in college. I was at Albany State University. I had to be about 18 or 19. And there was another young lady. I won't call her name. But we sat around one night. I needed the money. I really did. I didn't have a car. I needed a new car. The car that I had broke down on me, and I was without a vehicle, and I needed one. But anywho, at any rate, and also in college, I wasn't working I did have a job at Wendy's, but I quit that. That's a whole nother story. But I didn't have a job. I had a scholarship, and I was using my scholarship money to support my family. I was very blessed. The money that I got back, I got a full ride, and I used to get a refund check. I was a NASA scholar, so I got my scholarship from NASA. And I was using that money to support my family. I used to send, and with whatever I got back, I used to send some of my money to my mother. And at one point, she hit really hard times, so I was sending her, more. And then I was also helping my grandparents as well from time to time. So I was supporting my family. However, I wasn't saving any money, for the times that I may need it. So there's that. So anyways, me and this young lady who shall remain nameless unless she comes in the comments if she wants to, if she sees it, if she recalls this story. We were sitting around. She needed money too. And we were just coming up with a plan of how we were going to do it. We had pretty much mapped out where we were going to go. What we were going to do. We came up with we were going to wear colorful wigs. She was going to be chocolate. I was going to be caramel. We had already, again, determined what cities we were going to. We had said we were going to Miami. We weren't going to go to Atlanta because that's big Albany. We didn't want nobody, judging us because of what we doing. I don't pass judgment on it. The way you got to get your money is the way you got to do it, especially if you taking care of your family. So we said we weren't going to go to Atlanta, and we were going to hit up Houston. We was like, after we get our money up or whatever, then maybe we could travel abroad. But until then, we could at least drive to Miami. So anywho, we came up with this elaborate plan. We were going to go through with it. She was for serious. She had a car, so we was like, we could just drive to Atlanta on the weekends and do it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then, after she left my apartment, I was like, bitch, you don't want to do that shit for real. You don't even like niggas touching you. Excuse my language. But anyways, this is how the conversation went, after she left. I was like, you just threw a chair at a nigga at Black College Weekend for touching you. And I was fully clothed. I had on a long sleeve shirt with jeans with grandmama shoes. And they still was touching me. And I threw a chair at that nigga and told him, please don't ever touch me again. I said other choice words. I can't really remember, but yeah, please don't touch me. And I don't like people touching me. But anyways, I prayed about it. I was like, God, I don't really want to do that. I don't like people touching me. And plus, but I do need the money. You know what I do. All of my money really go to my family. Now I'm finna say some stuff about my mama. Mama, I love you. You much better now, but back then you were kind of jacked up. My mama had also got some extra money for claiming me because I was her dependent. So with the FAFSA, they were giving like a tax credit if your child was in college at this time. And my mom was like, yeah, when I get it, I'm going to send you some of it. Do you know that my mother dodged my calls? She did not answer my calls, and I didn't get any of that money. So again, this is why I was contemplating stripping, because I needed the money, I needed a car, and da-da-da. But then I got on my knees and I prayed and I prayed. I prayed to God, because I just thought about, I don't like people touching me. And also I just thought about also the dangers that you open yourself up to, because I've never shared this story. But one time when I was home by myself, and I knew that dude was probably watching. It was one of my neighbors. He came over, and, you know, just used to him coming over because he used to hang with my brother. And he came over like he was, you know, coming over to see my brother. And when he realized nobody was home, I had on my bathrobe. I had just got out of the shower or whatever. And I was in high school then. But he tried to bust up on, you know, in the house on me. And I, you know, gathered enough strength, the strength of God, to push his ass back out of the house and get him up off of me. Scary. Very scary. And later on, he did get caught, and he got locked up with another guy, and they got convicted for rape. True story. So I have always been cloaked and covered by God, and I just thank him for the protection and everything. So to those young ladies, what I'm trying to get at is, it may seem like easy money, because at the time I was like, yeah, you know, I had a decent body back then. I was like, yeah, I can, you know, go. Now I felt like I was a little handicapped. I was like, God, you know, he handicapped me in some ways because I didn't have the physical agility. I was not athletic, because I applaud you people. I applaud you females that can work the pole. That is a true art form. I truly, you know, admire that. So, but anyways, I was handicapped with that ability. So I was just like, I don't know what I would do for real. You know, I can't really dance for real neither. I mean, you know, but anyways, they don't care. They just want to see it and touch it. But I was just like, bitch, you don't even like folks touching you. What the fuck are you thinking about? But anyways, I digress again. What I'm trying to say is, young ladies, before you consider that you thinking it's easy money, you're opening yourselves up to all types of danger. And I knew I'd probably get an interruption. But you're opening yourselves up to all types of danger. So before you consider doing those things, even though it may seem like easy money, you know, because all you got to do is just, you know, shake something, show a little bit of something. You open yourself up to all types of dangers, because the world is just full of evil, and it's full of maliciousness, and it's full of creeps. So I hope this message gets out to who it needs to get out to. And if the person who knows that we devised this elaborate plan, if they remember, and if they're not ashamed, say so in the comments. If they watch it, if they even see it. But again, don't do it. Just pray. Just talk to God, and He'll provide. Because testimony as well, the very next day, I got my school check, and it was extra in it. Oh. I got my scholarship check, and it was extra. It was extra. He's been so good to me, because I try to do right. Which brings up the Bible verse that God screamed at me. He woke me up with it. And let me see if I can remember. I know it's Psalm 125:4. Do good, O Lord, unto those who be good, and to those who have a heart that is upright. I believe I quoted it right. I try to put it to memory, because I was like, that is me. I try to be good. I try to do right. I try to look out for people, and I have a good heart. I have a good heart. I've always been that way. And if you are that way, you know, God will definitely look out for you. And I don't want to make this a long video, but I had some other stuff to say too. But I have a visitor. He's come. I knew I was going to have an interruption. But again, please share this with those young ladies that are going to college. And that's why we need families that are supportive, send them something. Just put something in their hand. Every little bit helps. And I told my daughter she won't have to get on the pole. Don't ever think you got to do something strange for some change. Mama's right here. Your daddy right there. Daddy. Somebody shared with her father. So she won't contemplate that. All right. Goodbye.